Welcome back, everyone, to episode 12 of Heralds of Hispania. And we have some good news that I realized when I ended last episode's video, is that we are now officially only 7 million behind United States with our GDP, which is quite amazing. We're really catching up very fast with some of these top nations, and I think we will be able to surpass them, because when we take a look at their GDP growth rate, give me a second here. Our growth rate is far faster than what theirs is showing. So I think we'll easily be able to catch up with maybe even Great Britain by the end of this series, which is really the goal. Because if we could end the Heralds of Hispania as #1 in the world, I think that would be a success in my book. We're finishing up some barracks, naval bases, and ports. Some coal as well. I think right now what we have to do is just kind of let time burn and let these things build and kind of evaluate the situation diplomatically around us. So we'll go into our diplomacy tab and take a look at alliances. Brazil would form an alliance. Where do they fall? Brazil would be an interesting country to have an alliance with, but I don't want to burn up all my alliances with people who are not superpowers. Prussia? How likely are you to... The number of packs? Huh. I think maybe just having a defensive alliance with Brazil would be a good deal for us. What would that cost? 300. Yeah, we'll do that. Now let's see if that actually works towards our goal of having alliances. Yes, so it just has to be a major power. Oh, okay. Very good. Hegemon. Oh, is this... So population across Spain and all its subjects is greater or equal to 40%. Oh, wow. We have to have 40% of the global population. That is going to be a tough one. Bolstering military. We're working on that. Forming alliances. We're doing that. Maintain subjects. How long into our reparations from last episode are paid off? 7 more years. Okay. And then we're almost at 12 for our standard of living. And if we take a look back at the standard of living rankings for the top countries, we will be almost on par with Great Britain. We'll have passed Russia, Austria, and Italy. We have another... I don't know what's going on there. I think it's because of the convoys. Same issue we're having. That will be addressed whenever we finish the ports in Belarus, Valencia. And maybe even adding some more after that would be a wise investment for our nation. So we could add another one to Belarus. And then maybe another one to the Canary Islands. Because it seems like all the island nations are really struggling with it. So Puerto Rico, you can have one. And that should suffice. Now, after we finish these buildings, I think it's critical we start going back into producing more goods so we can continue to pump up that GDP. Primarily being, we address the shortages. Well, with furniture, I think we can address that immediately right now by taking a look at the production methods. We'll go to the furniture manufacturers. No, they're all updated. They're having a hard time hiring. So we might want to do the rotary valves. There you go. So now they're able to hire everyone up. I just want to get rid of that tooltip real quick. Okay. Coal is starting, it's still relatively cheap. It's only plus 7% compared to base price, and I think that's a happy medium. What else could we upgrade? Is clothing expensive? No, we have a excess of clothing now. Luxury clothes, those always pay really well. We'll send some to Brazil. And real quick, are there any other major powers that would be interested in an alliance? No. Could improve with Great Britain, Mexico. We'll do that. And how are we on construction? We're now going into naval bases, finishing a railway in Asturias. And I think that was because the rail prices here were pretty high. Yes, that is why. Motors, we're having a hard time hiring. I think expanding rail for a lot of these regions that have high transportation costs would be it would behoove us. Sorry, I just got off work. I'm still a little cloudy in the head from working. Logging camp. We'll switch this over. And we have gantry cranes, so +4 max port level. And then we also have floating harbor. Wonderful. So now we can go to our buildings, go to our development, and go to our ports, go to industrial ports. So this is going to add 5,000 more convoys. Costs a lot more coal. Ooh. 150 less in clippers. But it's going to add steamers. We also have egalitarianism. If we added steamers, if we were to go to the building for the shipyards, we could go to steamships. Okay. I say we do it. I say we go ahead and switch it over, and we'll address any shortages in our economy. Because right now we have that huge surplus, so it's fine if we play with some of these production methods. So doing that probably made steamers extremely expensive. We'll let the game catch up to our changes. Not seeing the steamers. We'll go to the shipyard. I say that we do the Galatian shipyard. They'll start doing steamships. It's fine, and then that should be profitable. Do we have a shortage of clippers now? I don't think so. Steamships. Okay, there we go. But we have no demand for clippers. So it's actually not even worth having these here. We'll do steamship for you. Steamship. We might be exporting some clippers, and that might be the reason why there's still demand. So if we went and looked, no, it doesn't look like we're exporting any. It's wildly unproductive. Same with that. Same with this. What are we doing here? We're importing. I think it's important every now and then to just go through your trade routes and make sure that all your trade goods are productive, because sometimes I notice that you'll have some pretty negative trade routes and you don't get notified. Just a little bit of min-maxing. Interesting. So these... steamships. What I'm trying to figure out is if by switching over to industrial ports, if we got rid of the demand for clippers. It might be right in front of my face. Oh, there it is. Okay, clippers. So in reality, we'll go to... I'd say... Did we switch them all over? We did. Oh no, pardon me. We'll go down here. We'll switch Navarra back to the wooden ships. And that should help everyone else out. Yeah, there we go. They're slowly getting employed. They might have an issue finding people to hire, but that should sort itself out shortly. Explosive factory. You are not very productive here. And that is because sulfur. I believe our sulfur mines have been expanded here. And we should go to rail transportation just because it's going to use so many jobs because of the amount of height, verticality we have for the sulfur mines. So we'll add, I guess, one more there, and then we'll need to add some rail over to Western Andalusia. And I think 2 should do that. Let's take a look at our laws and see if there's anything we want to switch to. We could do freedom of conscience. 8% chance. No, I don't think we'll do any national supremacy. National Guard is fine. Private health insurance is becoming more and more appealing to me, and I think we are going to go to private health insurance. Yes, we know about the transportation costs. Building-wise, how are we looking? We're finishing up the ports. I think our military now, if we go to our Navy, we have 53. Make sure I don't have them building. Nope. God, that bug drives me nuts. Ironclads. Oh, we gotta upgrade these guys. So if we go to our military shipyards, we can switch them over to steam holes. And then we will go to our military and switch over the armadas to have ironclads. Just like that. And now we have ironclads. I wonder if our military is more technologically advanced than other nations at this point. And that should, as those switch over, that demand will go down. So we'll look at the Navy. We're slowly upgrading. And with our technology, we're researching a civilizing mission. Ironclads complete. Awesome, that was a journal entry. We could go to our military and we want to upgrade our frigates. So which one would that be? The monitors. That would be 22 months. I say we go for it. And then for our Electric telegraph, what is that? Minus 25%, that's pretty crucial. Military supplies. Ooh, hand crank machine guns is definitely something we want to work towards. So 22 months, repeaters, we'll do that. So a lot of military tech coming up. But I think with what we have planned, it's very necessary. Oh, for 9 years, we'll have more defense, more offense. We're going to say Spain rules the waves. And just like that, we've jumped up to number 6 now. And we're gunning for number 5 out of the great powers. Construction, we should be pretty close to finishing up. We're now in consideration for private healthcare. I'm pretty sure that's going to pass easy peasy. What to build next is the question. Silk is starting to get expensive. If we go to our silk production down here in the south, I believe there's some in this state as well. There is. That's 11.2. This is 12.1. We'll add 2 more here. Because I think each one adds, what, 20? Yeah, that should be fine. And what other good do I want to address before it gets crazy expensive? We still want to make sure that we don't have... What? Where is this demand coming from? Okay, for now, we'll just switch over one of the military shipyards to do the steamships. Now we have a shortage of the ironclads, which is fine because we can then add a... Oh, is the demand of this going down now? Let me make sure. What are our buy orders here? Where are they coming from? Naval bases. We go to our naval base. Oh, okay, because there's a man of war upkeep for every frigate. Got you. So that is why there's still some demand for the men of wars. So for the time being, we're going to have to upgrade the shipyard in Andalusia. Or no, as they hire up, it should be fine. Because they're still only at halfway hired. And private health insurance is now up to a cent. Almost no pushback on that. Spanish Western New Guinea. Let's go here. What would y'all like? Okay, they're hiring. Do they have rail here? Not yet. We should probably build some rail. And then over in Eastern New Guinea, we're building a sulfur mine there. Perfect. Well, it says we do, but it's not on the list. Okay. It's on the private. And with our army, if we check the Spanish First Army, I actually want to split off about 40 of the infantry. So we'll take 40 infantry. And we'll move them over to the 3rd Spanish Army. Oh, did that backwards. 40. And we're going to have to add more commanders over here. We'll do the Intelligentsia commander. And now we'll add some mobile artillery. So take some from Castile. 2 would put that at 39, so we need 4 more. And we've officially passed the 20 million mark for our population, and we've hit 12 for our standard of living. Literacy is now 67 in the world. As far as literacy goes, I am curious to see if we're maxing out our innovation points. Let's see. No, we are not. So we should build some more universities. Go to here. And we'll add one to Castile, Valencia. Where else has a lot of population? Navarra, Toledo, and Eastern Andalusia. We'll do 5 of those. And those should finish up, let's see, 26 weeks. So 26 weeks we'll have 4 more universities. And I think each university adds... Let's check how much it adds to our innovation. Plus 3 innovation. And we were 119 out of 134. Plus 12. It's going to be 131. That's almost perfect. Awesome. So we'll be getting everything we need out of that. Authority is low. We have some edicts that are going on, or decrees that we should probably get rid of. Like promote. Let's cancel that. And then encourage resource. No, we want to keep the encourage resource. Or what we could do is turn off the encourage resource and then create more jobs. But I don't think that's the right option. At least not now. We have extra steamers. No one really has a demand for them. Which is good for us in our military. And how are we 9 months away from this finishing? Expand the rubber. Booming industries. Cash reserve. Build an munitions plant. Greater than 25. We now have private health insurance. Awesome. Minus 20%. Yep. So what we'll do is we'll go to our institutions, and I want to actually increase this health investment. Because we want our pops to live longer. That way we have more growth. And our birth rate has kind of dropped. Less war exhaustion. Wonderful. Why has our birth rate dropped? Because we still have legal guardianship, which legal guardianship increases birth rate. And my plan is have natural birth rate, and then we'll allow the women in the workplace, and we'll allow migrants in. Once we get women in the workplace, we'll do no migration laws. So we'll have an influx of people to make up for the drop in birth rate. And more people working. But we don't have that issue quite yet. Alright. Very good growth. Universities are almost done. Then we'll get some barracks. You need another commander. And transportation in Western Andalusia. I think we're already addressing that. Pop that up. Silk is pretty expensive, but we have queued some silk plantations. And those build pretty quick. It's like 8 weeks, I believe. We have some more diplomacy points back. See if we can do any diplomatic demands or actions, really. Alliance. I thought we were already in alliance with Brazil. So go to diplomacy. Yeah, we have an alliance with them. Oh, that's to cancel it. Bankroll, improve relations. We will do Russia and Austria. Make demands. Liberate countries. We could conquer. Let's wait till those reparations are paid off. That way we can fully afford a war. And then also, I think we're slowly catching up military-wise with our peers. As far as Navy goes, I think we are fine. Yeah, light ships. What does it say? What kind of light ships? Come on, tooltip. They have men of wars. So technically, our Navy's better than France. Now, if we were to go to Britain, they have ironclads, so we couldn't go toe-to-toe with Britain. Go figure, the king of the seas. We'll clear that. State actions. Incorporate state. Canary Islands, Puerto Rico. I'm really interested in incorporating Puerto Rico into our state, but to do that, we really need to increase their standard of living. We have aniline unlocked, so that's synthetics. Cool. And art silk. Unlocks rayon. So does that mean now we have silk available for our clothing? I believe it does. Nope. Unfortunately not. I think it is just an artificial means of production, but we have the agricultural means right now, so I don't think it's necessary for us to do that. So if we look here, we're now at 128.7. That will give us another 3. That'll get us to 131, then 134. Almost exactly perfectly done. Awesome. But we have kind of stagnated with our growth because of the investments that we've made with our universities, our military. But all those are very necessary for us to continue to drive up our rank and our prestige, as well as not be bullied by these other nations later on, and allow us to make more territorial gains as well. Because if we want to get this hegemony journal entry, we have to control 40% of the population. Right now we have only 2.6. So we're going to have to make a lot of territory gains. Form alliances, maintain subjects. 150 for the army. We're almost there. So the 3rd Spanish army first. We're building 6 there. Let's check if that's true. We have 6 coming. We'll do 2 lancers. And then for the 3rd Spanish army, we can build some artillery. Perfect. Unemployed 10.3K. Oh. So minus 40% birth rate because of unemployed. So what states have unemployment? So if we go and look at the charts, unemployed, does it say unemployed anywhere? No. There's got to be a way to look at our states all together. Here we go. They have 230. Who has the highest unemployment? Catalonia does. So we need to fix unemployment here in Catalonia. Explosives factory, that's not very productive. The private industry is kind of screwing us with what they're investing in. How could we add better jobs here? Glass. Could we update our urban centers? Awesome, so that's now better off. Our arms industry. Rifles are already pretty dirt cheap for us. We can invest more into colonialism, but we need more bureaucracy to do so. So I will build, I think, let's see, how much does this each one give us? 65 bureaucracy. If we were to do 4 more, I think that should suffice. We'll actually do 5. Catalonia needed some employment, so we'll throw 1 there for good measure. What are they building private industry-wise? More fertilizer plants. Silk. I actually want to... How close are we getting this silk done? Let's hop this up. It's only 7 weeks for the top one. And I actually want to go to high military wages and see how that affects our power projection, just because we can afford it. I should have checked before, but I think that'll slowly rise. We're at 800. And I want to build some more construction sectors as well real quick. Maybe like 2 more. So Catalonia had the employment problem, so we'll stick 2 over there. Some guaranteed jobs for those people over there. What is this? Establish colonial administration. In order to best leverage our rule over our African holdings, a colonial administration may be established over a given region of the continent. Colonial administrations will expand into neighboring decentralized nations on their own, and may be given jurisdiction over other regional holdings. I don't know if we want to do that. It is an interesting prospect. So if we were to do... Where did I find that tooltip? In Senegal. Come on, bring it up. I say, actually, we do go ahead and... British East Africa... Their colonial administration. I want to read what this tooltip says for that. Come on. Lock. You know what? I say we do it. I've never done it before, and I kind of want to see what happens. We want to do... Teach them the language, and then we'll just hand them over. Okay. The nature of administration. With the establishment of Spanish Senegal, we must decide the direction of our new colonial administration. Be a chartered Spanish Senegalese company. So more extraction. More conversion. I think we're going to go with this. And we did just lose... Oh, no. There we go. Wow. Oh, okay. That might have been the right choice. Oh, and they're colonizing on their own. Beautiful. Yeah, that's something we should have done a while back. Southern Africa... Netherlands is there. They're having a hard time hiring. No employees. Very interesting. Oh, our GDP drops very, very heavily with the creation of that colony. But that's fine. I think in the long run, it'll work out. We did lose 2 million population as well. Does this allow me now to... I could annex them. I'm starting to second guess this, but we're gonna roll with it. And it dropped our rank as well. Well, I think that's something we just watch and see how it plays out. Barracks are coming up. Very good. Markets. And now we're going to need maybe some of our goods. No, the goods are still the same because I believe they're still in our market. Yes, they are. Spanish Senegal is in our market. They have a 5% share. Okay. So we now have quite a bit of a gap with GDP with the United States since we formed Spanish Senegal. But I think in the long run it should be okay because they're going to grab more territories for us without us having to intervene or do anything and micromanage it. And then in turn they're providing goods to our market that are raw goods. Let's check. We need to create and inflate some demand. Fine art is expensive. Interesting. Let's go to our fine art. Arts Academy, they're being built. They're hiring. Seems like the private industry is all over that. Let us change some production methods here. We could go to sewing machines, maybe for Catalonia. And then that just raised the price of dyes, I believe. Which then we can add some more dye plantations. Actually, Spanish Senegal should do that. We'll see how that works out. Yep, they're building one now. They have turmoil. Well, it's a fun mechanic I've never done. I'm a little upset that I did that, but I have to tell myself that I've never done it before. I had to see what happens. And those of you who haven't, you've learned through my own decisions what happens whenever you set up those colonial administrations. Let us see. Motor industries. You are struggling very hard here in Castile. Oh, it's because you just got built and you were hiring. To be honest, we might just do a big rail push and add a lot more rail to all these regions once again. So when we look, oh, Navarra's definitely going to need some. Badajoz. You're gonna need one, you're gonna need one. Let's just throw on everyone. Everyone gets a rail. And then we can start switching a lot of those goods over to be transported by rail. And I think that would shoot up our GDP because then coal's gonna be needed, more coal's gonna be needed, more engines, and just kind of inflating demand. Well, very cool. I think this is a great place to wrap up this episode, and we're leaving at number 6 at the charts with all the other countries. Hopefully by the end of next episode, we'll be up at 5. I think we could do 5. I think 4 is a while away, maybe a few more episodes, but we could definitely surpass Austria. Thank y'all so much for watching, and like and subscribe.